Bleem Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. I hate to say this, because at the end of the day, I am a Call of Duty fan. I think we forget that. I try to give them props when I can, but the fact of the matter is they rarely, if ever, do anything deserving of those props. So why the hell would I compliment them, you know? I need to be honest. I need to tell it like it is. And at the end of the day, I am a Call of Duty fan. I want the game to succeed, and I want the game to pump out bangers like they did back in the day, like they did with Black Ops 2. But the fact of the matter is that is not the case. And it pains me to say this, like it really, really does, but Modern Warfare 3 is pretty much already dead. And you might be saying, like, that's way too harsh of a statement. You know, it's not dead like Payday 3 dead. It's not dead like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre dead, where they just launch and then just kind of fart their way down the Steam charts until they're just a footnote. It's thankfully not that dead. And I say thankfully because I don't want the game to die, but at the same time, I do want the numbers to fall because I want change. And the only thing that's going to get change is if the numbers continue to fall. But the numbers that I've seen, guys, I'm going to report on them this video. It is bad. It's bad. I mean, I wish I had Vanguard's dedicated player numbers and stuff like that, like we do on Steam now, just to compare and contrast here, but I don't. But I do have some other very interesting numbers to compare with Vanguard that shows how dead Modern Warfare 3 is. And I want you guys to remember, Call of Duty Vanguard was the worst selling Call of Duty since 2007. Activision considered it a failure overall. Like they were very not happy with Vanguard's performance and will probably never get a World War II game again. That's what they want to blame it on, at least. They don't want to blame it on the fact that Sledgehammer My Balls, crapped out this game in probably like 16 days or something on some like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas bender. It was basically a mod of Modern Warfare 1. If you think about it, MW3 is just a mod of Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, but more so because there's nothing really original as far as maps go. Anyway, the point is that we have some very interesting numbers, and just, I don't know, guys. Have you already stopped playing? Because it seems like everybody has either stopped playing already because they couldn't refund it and they're pissed off, or they managed to refund it. So there's that. Once the refunds really came in, I mean, the numbers, this is not good. It's not good. Let's get in the meat and potatoes, though. Let's just delve right on into it, shall we? So first, let's cover the very obvious thing, the Steam player numbers. I covered this before when the game first came out and saying, like, man, these launch numbers are really not good. I think they peaked at like 180,000, 190,000 or something like that, 24-hour peak. But if you go back and compare that to October 2022, that's when Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 came out. And you can see that it had 262,000 peak players. So it's already pretty far below that. But then you have to factor in that this launch is a little muddled. It's muddled because Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 are factored in to this launch. So that 180, 190,000 peak isn't even, there's no way that's all MW3. I'm going to be very generous and just say that this is very, very generous. I'm going to say that it was maybe 100,000 people, like 100,000 players on Steam concurrent. And again, that's being very generous because they were hitting those numbers like 80, 90,000 before the game came out. But right now, on a Saturday, the 24-hour peak, and this will probably go up, but the 24-hour peak is only 142,000 players. I mean, if you just look at the numbers compared to when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and it was just Modern Warfare 2, and it was just Warzone 2, you're going to see that Modern Warfare 2 alone topped all three of these games. The old Modern Warfare 2, of course, people are still playing that. Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone 2, which I guess they're just calling Warzone now. Whatever, dude. I don't know how they... Fuck. Blows my mind why they can't count properly, but okay, here we go. Here's some numbers. Learn to count. Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer My Balls, Treyarch, Activision. Here's hard numbers. It's not very good. We've seen a pretty drastic drop already. Just look at the graph up there and you'll see that it's just on the downtrend. It's not good. I mean, dare I say, we're going to see this below 100,000 probably by January, I'd say, maybe even before that. What's interesting is that Modern Warfare 2 was so disappointing. I wonder if this game is going to drop as much as that one. You know, like I feel like it's just going to drop off a cliff in the next month or two, and that's going to be it. Like it's just not going to steadily decline. I think the people that want to stick with the game are going to stick with it, but it's just not good any way you want to look at it. It does not compare to Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. Interest-wise, we'll say. And you might be saying, well, this is just Steam. It proves nothing. Blames truth. I'm an estrogenic soy boy. It doesn't matter, man. Steam doesn't matter. And to that, I say, all right, I got some more data for you. And this directly correlates, and we've proven this pretty much. We've proven this with previous videos. You can search for them on the channel. I have so many videos, I can't even begin to find it. But we've proven this before, that social media numbers and like Google Trends, stuff like that, like that correlates to game sales pretty much. Like, you know, correlates to movie sales, movie ticket sales, etc., etc. It's so correlated, actually, that the Vanguard subreddit members, the Cold War subreddit members, and the Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 subreddit members pretty much all mimicked the actual sales of the game. So too long didn't read. The more subreddit numbers that a Call of Duty has, the better it's sold. We can deduce that. We don't have the hard data of that, but that's what we can deduce, and it does work. That formula works. I'm not a math teacher here, but that is just my formula. So I don't know. It seems to correlate perfectly. All right, so the first thing you're going to see here is a graph. The blue line represents Vanguard's subreddit members, so the people that became a member of the subreddit, and the orange line represents Modern Warfare 3. So these are about the same if we look at where they launched. So I think Modern Warfare 3 has like 75,000 or something like that, and then I think Vanguard around this time, like the same time frame of days past since launch, had about 69,000. So roughly the same, not too much of a difference there. Modern Warfare 3 has a little bit more though, so we got to give it props for that. You know, it's not bad. Let's check out the next image though, shall we? So this is the comments per day, and this is actually frightening. Comments per day. The blue line is Vanguard, okay? The orange line is Modern Warfare 3 on its subreddit. This is such a stark contrast, I can't believe it. Nobody is discussing this game, and you could say like, oh, people are playing the game, they're not talking about it. And I'm like, that's not how it works. That's simply just not how the internet and any of this works. I was shocked when I brought up this graph. I could not believe it. So many more people were talking about Vanguard. I mean, we're hitting like 6,000, nearly 6,000 comments per day compared to just a hair over 1,000 with Modern Warfare 3. It's just nobody cares. I mean, the name I gave the fucking game really is hitting home right now. Modern Who Cares 3. It certainly isn't the subreddit. Nobody cares even to talk about it. Vanguard got more talk like before the game came out. Look at this. It's actually insane how little people are talking about this game. I mean, I thought we couldn't get lower than Vanguard, guys. And if you want to compare this to Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, check this out. The green line is Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. Just to show you that, man, how far have we fallen here as far as people giving a shit about this Call of Duty. Look at this graph. I mean, the blue line's Vanguard, of course. The green line is Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. And the orange line way down there in the bottom right, about to get a magnifying glass out, is Modern Who Cares 3. I just cannot believe this. I mean, this has to mean that people have already just stopped caring. 8 days after launch. They didn't even care before the game came out. I mean, I don't know, man. This is just, again, no matter how you look at this, it's not a good look. It's bad. It's just flat out bad. There's no nice way to put it. It's terrifying how far we've fallen, actually. All right, now let's actually kind of deduce why this is. Why is there no real interest in this game? I mean, it's like the easiest thing ever to actually answer. You guys can chime in the comment section below, but I can tell you every single reason why right now this game has pretty much failed already, and it's going to... I don't even want to say it's going to bleed out slowly. I think it's going to bleed out very, very quickly. I really do. Or maybe I'll be wrong, and like they'll do like an overhaul like they did back in the day with COD World War II, another Sledgehammer title. That game sucks so bad they had to redo everything 6 months in, and then it went from like an awful game to a mid game, but better a mid game than an awful game, I guess. You know, whatever. But the reasons. Why is this game a failure already, pretty much? Well, it's a $70 DLC patch for Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, and look, guys, there's a lot of stupid people out there, but I think at a certain point, you can't even fool them anymore. This is a $70 patch / update for Modern Warfare 2. It does not need to even exist. Like, it's not even, I mean, I think the achievements or something, the PlayStation trophies are all tied to MW2. Like, it doesn't even have its own set of trophies or whatever because it's a TLC. So that's probably the main reason. But the second reason is that skill-based matchmaking is just too insane. We got the gameplay we wanted, and that's great. But skill-based matchmaking completely ruins it. And they release a Call of Duty that actually does take some skill. Not like MW Roman numeral 2, not like MW 2019, these games that just pander to noobs or whatever. Like, they have skill-based matchmaking, but it's not egregious. I have never seen it so bad as in... These are the games that have the high skill gap, so they're going to ramp it up to protect little Timmy and his buddy Billy Goat 57 so they can stay in their low-tier lobbies and go like 6 and 7 and then use their mom's credit card to buy some bubblegum cum shot skin from the store for $25. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's why. That's the second reason why. The third reason is that we're just kind of tired of the games coming out every year, I truly think. You know, I mean, not only that, but there's nothing new in the game. I mean, I'm kind of getting bored just talking about it. I'm just getting sleepy. I'm straight sleepy, guys. I'm this sleepy bear here. I'm ready to just go, shoo, shoo. I don't know, man. I'm about to just like put on my nightcap and light a candle and just hop in my onesie. And just hit the sack like I'm in a Donald Duck cartoon. I don't know. I'm just bored. It's boring. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored already. It's old. It's tired. I don't want to play it. There needs to be a change. Like sooner than later, guys. Sooner than later. All I can tell you is don't buy the game. Don't play the game. I think if you bought it on Steam, you still have time to refund it. I'm pretty sure you could refund up to like a week plus after, I think. Don't quote me on that. But this just is not it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done nothing but praise the core gameplay mechanics of Modern Warfare 3. I think it plays great, but there's just no soul in it, man. Like, there's just no soul whatsoever. Then you add in the classic glitches and bugs. They don't have beta testers. They don't actually have anyone QA testing. If they do have people QA testing, they're fucking morons because they do a terrible job. But aside from that, there's glitches and bugs and problems. There's packet bursts. There's server issues. I don't know, man. There's just better games out there. You know how many times I've experienced server issues playing Dead by Daylight here? I could count them probably on one hand in the past several months. Seriously, since I started playing pretty much. I'd say maybe like 5 or 6 times ever I've had actual constant hitching or constant connection issues. If even that. I mean, I have a fiber internet connection here. I don't know what else I can do. I'm hardwired all the time. You know, there's literally nothing else I can do to make my connection better. Why am I getting packet bursts? Why am I getting all these connection issues? Like, this is a $1 billion company. It goes to show how they just don't care, man. They just don't care. And I think finally it's caught up to them. And now we don't care. Guys, I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed this Dead by Daylight killer gameplay. The Skull Merchant rework is a lot of fun. I enjoy playing her now. She's not a 3-gen camping monster. Great in chase. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Some parting advice?